YouTube family, what's good? Listen, we're back with another video. I'm excited to be doing this once again for you guys and with you guys. So listen, make sure you stay to the very end so you can see the after. In this particular cut, we are going to be doing a high and tight skin fade. We're going to leave the top at the same length that my client has it right now, and we're just going to style it, line up the beard, put a little bit of color enhancement into it, make it look super fresh, super crispy. Let's not waste no time and let's get into the tutorial. So as you can see right now, I am using my Babyliss FX trimmer. These are custom painted by me, but nevertheless, I am just creating my my first guideline right here, just kind of balding him out, giving myself some space so that when I come in with my shaver here in a little bit, you know, it's just gonna create like that really nice smooth blend. When I do start high and tights, I do not like creating that first guideline super high, because I feel like there is a transition period where once you do the trimmer line or the shaver line, the trimmer line, and then the clipper zero line, you want to give yourself some space. That way it doesn't look so harsh, that blend right there. Always remember to keep your client super clean as you are working. It just creates a really good experience for them, you know, while they're sitting in your chair. And it's just more than a haircut, you know, customer service. Always remember that. Keeping your client clean, not itchy. And then, you know, obviously the cut has to be, you know, A+. So we're following up that trimmer line with the shaver. This is my Babyliss shaver. These give them 2 thumbs up for these right here. You know, these things hit right here. So I don't bring the shaver all the way up to the line that I first created, because like I said, I want to give myself some space to be able to blend. Even though it is a high and tight, you know, we don't want that contrast to just be at the very top. We want to be able to create that nice smooth blend and you know, just make sure that it looks super blurry. Sometimes you got to flip your clipper around or your trimmer, like you saw me doing here, and just flip it around, make sure you blend it into that first guideline, and everything else is gonna come together. And then you can kind of follow it up like here, just flick it out really nicely, lightly, excuse me. And yeah, that stuff comes together, no lie. So what I'm about to do here, and the clipper that I am using here, these are my Wahl Seniors, modified with an Andis blade and a ceramic cutting blade. This is just something that I kind of did recently, and I just felt like I wanted to record a video with them, so why not? So I created my first guideline with my clipper all the way open, and then about 1 inch up, and then I'm following that up with my number 2 guard right here. And the reason why I jump all the way to the 2 is because I'm gonna stack my lines up, or my first 2 lines up, and then I'm gonna fade them down. I'm gonna bring that number 2 to the highest point that I want this fade to go. I don't want it to go higher than the number 2. I'm gonna do a little bit of clipper over comb in a little bit, but you know, I just really wanna make sure I create that base so I know how high to take this fade. So always make sure you clean your client. So now we're gonna follow everything up, and we're gonna start that process of fading down. So always remember that as you're fading down, to always lower the point of the prior guard you were at. So my number 2 was at a higher point. Now I throw that 1.5, your number 1 all the way open, and you start lowering the point. And as you work your way down, make sure you're closing that lever and just working your way down little by little. This is a super easy technique that I like, you know, showing new barbers that are at the shop, or just anybody. Honestly, I tell them, listen, if you're having trouble leaving you know, such a harsh line when you're fading up, you know, go ahead and try stacking your lines up and fading them down. You really don't give yourself that much opportunity to really leave such a harsh line. But you know, you go ahead and close it all the way down. We threw our number 0 all the way open, and little by little, we're creating the same steps, lowering the point of the fade, working our way down into that half guideline that we created after that trimmer line. As you can see, it's kind of coming together already. Then what we're gonna do, I always leave the trimmer line for the very end. I will then start to fade up, and I will meet that fade, and I'll kind of compress it together and just, you know, have the two meet together, I'll just start opening up that lever little by little until it meets that half guideline that I created. And then that's pretty much gonna put the fade where it needs to go. And then you're gonna step away a little bit and you're gonna look at it, and then that's where you're gonna come in and you're gonna start detailing. Detailing is so crucial. Don't worry about so much how your fade's coming together when you're following a system and you're stacking and you're blending, you're trying to take that line out. Try to do as much as you can, and then leave yourself some time to be able to come back and detail your work. It's going to be super crucial in getting those super blurry blends, because not every hair lays the same and on both sides of the head, or whatever the case may be. So you always want to come back and you want to detail. As you can see here, I did switch my clippers, and it's good to have two different clippers sometimes to be able to detail, some different blades, some different, angles and stuff like that. You can use the corner of the blade. That stuff comes in handy. So I'm using my masters here and kind of just detailing it real lightly. I do always like to detail with my lever open first, and if I don't hear it crunch, then little by little I'll go ahead and I'll start lowering that lever until I hear the blade crunching some hair. So here we're gonna do a little bit of clipper over comb. You want to brush that hair all the way down, and then you're gonna want to lift it up a little bit, as you can see here. And sometimes it's good to throw a guard on there. It kind of creates a little texture and it's not so harsh on the cut. So we're just gonna kind of make sure that we stay very vertical with the shape of his head, and make sure that top stays real nice and blends at the same time, real nice with the skin fade. Just cross check your work. I feel like we're good right there. And here we're just gonna come in and we're gonna start the shape up process. One thing I do like doing is I like doing the vertical bars of his edge, and then going back sometimes and continuing that cross check work. He does not get a C cut, so we're gonna make sure we go ahead and tap at that and make sure we don't leave no little stubbles there, so it's nice and sharp. And then we're just gonna repeat the same steps all the way around the head. We're gonna do the same on the back. Stack your lines up, and little by little lowering the point of our fade through each guard. We're gonna work our way down, and then when we get to that final guideline at the bottom, we're gonna go ahead and close the lever, and we're gonna fade up and meet the fade. So I'm not gonna lie, guys, my clippers did die. Don't fault me for that. It's been a busy day. I'm trying to record and I'm trying to, put out content for you guys, but I don't block my schedule, an hour and a half to be able to do this. This is raw, guys. Like, I put out my work while I'm working, so I'm trying to do the best that I can for you guys. But yeah, I went ahead and had to use my my Andis Master. The good thing is that the seniors did have the Master's blade on them, so the cut was going to be pretty much the same steps, same guard, so it came together. So moving on, right here I am using my 0 guard just to kind of lighten up the little stubbles and on the front of his hairline. He does like those to kind of lay flat and be equal, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. But yeah, I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna stand in front of him and start the shape up process. I like to start in the center point of my client's hairline and work my way to the left, and then I'll come around, and then I'll go back to the center point, and then I'll work my way to the right, and then I'll stand in front of him again for like the 3rd or 4th time, and then I'll make sure if there's anything that's off a little bit, then we'll go ahead and take care of that and make sure that edge up is as crispy as it can be. I love using my wall detailers. These were actually my first trimmers ever when I first started cutting hair. Obviously, they were the quarter ones, but when these came out, I had to get my hands on them. They're not the only trimmer though, by the way. They're not the only trimmer that I use. I do have the FXs. I got 2 of them. I got the gray ones, and then I got the Patty Cuts green ones. So I got all my trimmers as hitters, but sometimes I just like going to the detailers. So So here what you'll see me doing is, you know, just cleaning up the beard, keeping it super natural. No color enhancement on the beard. He does have that dark facial hair. So we're gonna go ahead and clean him up there. Quick dry shave. Make sure you know you're cleaning everything up against the grain, because every hair counts, guys. I said that in my first video. Every hair counts. But yeah, this is coming together, guys. I'm really liking this haircut right here. Always make sure you tell your client to blow the cheek out when you're lining him up. Some people prefer that, some people don't. I think it's really convenient for us barbers to be able to, you know, be comfortable with what we're doing and not having to overwork ourselves. So sometimes when you blow that cheek out, it comes together, and when he lets it go, that line just, I don't know, to me it just works. It just flows super naturally and comes together. Just gonna go ahead and finish cleaning them up, detail by detail. Cross check your work. We're good to go. So this is the before, as you guys saw at the beginning of the video, and this is the after. Listen, I appreciate you guys. Appreciate all my new subscribers. Shout out to Bazio for featuring me once again on his channel. That's 2 times. Much love, man. I appreciate it. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure to give it a thumbs up. And we're going to create more content, and we're going to keep dropping stuff, guys. I'm new to this, but hey, the sky's the limit. Let me know what you guys think. Once again, like, comment, subscribe, share it, spread the word. And yeah, I appreciate it. I'll see you guys on the next one. God bless.